Hi, I'm Rafael Cabrera, leader of the pack. You can see the Big Dog Rescue, sponsored by ValuePetSupplies.com. We all remember Mary Napolitano. She was on our first show. She's here today to help us pick out another dog that's coming to our facility. We were here a couple of days ago, Mary and I, and to one of the great volunteers over here, they pointed out a dog that they couldn't get out of a kennel. His name here is Wiley. A while back, Mary and I had assessed another dog named Nina. Basically the same type of temperament. It was kind of ironic that everything fell in the same place that with Wiley that is happening with Nina. This dog was brought to our attention. We went into the kennel. Mary and I were able to get him out. I gave him an assessment. He's very timid. He had been in that shelter. He's been here about a month now, and he is housebroken. And because he hadn't been getting out, he wound up developing a UTI. That's a urinary tract infection. So he's here being treated now, and we're having him neutered, so we are going to be taking him back to Casita with us. So he's going to be our newest candidate. So we're here at Citrus County Animal Services to evaluate him a little bit further, and so our viewers can get a better view of him and see what type of personality this guy has. So remember to spay and neuter, continue to watch, and see how everything turns out with Wiley. Thank you. Big day. Wiley was one of the many dogs here at the animal shelter that does have major behavior issues. He wouldn't come out of his kennel at all. Thanks to Mary's help, we were able to get him out. Now we had him placed in a different section of the shelter. We want to make it where he was less aggravated and agitated. He's in a section of the shelter now where they do have all dogs that are under medical assessment. So we're going to go inside there, and we're going to show you the progression. I've been coming here to the shelter now for the last couple of days and spending time with him. And each day he's been progressed further and further. At first he wouldn't come out in a kennel, like I said earlier. Now we'll show you, we're going to go inside there and show you what patience, trust, and love can do. So again, continue to watch. Let's see what happens with Wiley. Thank you. So this is where we had Wiley moved. It's a little loud, so you're going to have to bear with us. We got a lot of puppies in here, all kinds of different dogs. We have an older female here that's been here for us she's about 12, 13 years old. She's going to spend the rest of her life here. She's got a lot of major medical issues, and she's a great little girl. But the star today is our friend Wiley. And here he is. This is Wiley in his kennel. Now, he's been waiting patiently for me to get here. Hey, handsome. So this is Wiley. And I always use this terminology, he is a work in progress. This is a big dog. We believe he's part shepherd, part hound. He might have a little chow in there. We don't know for sure, but he's got the temperament of a lamb. Very, very good dog. And I can't wait to get him back to our facility to see what he's all about. So I'm going to leash him up right now, and we're going to take him outside. I know, my friend. It's good to see you, too. He always retreats for the smallest little cubby hole that he could possibly find. Come on, you. Come on.
Good boy.
Okay?
Good boy.
And he's all nice and clean. It seems like they gave him a bath. That's a good thing. Normally, I would worry about the position of Wiley walking with me. I usually start the training process the minute I get here to the shelter. But because he was so timid and so skittish, I don't care how he walks. All I'm concerned about is the fact that he is walking. So I'm not going to put no emphasis on giving him any kind of adjustments at the present time. We're going to let Wiley be Wiley for now. I just want him to gain my trust. This is part of the process. This is what we do at Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is a life that very much needs to be saved. So we're going to go out into the assessment yard. We're going to let this guy run around a little bit and see what he does. Come on, baby boy. So as you can see, he is having a little hard time walking on a lead. He wants to retreat right back to the safety of his crate. Again, this is what I say, crating a dog is great. He's automatically wanting to get right back into his crate. We're in the assessment yard here at Citrus County Animal Services. We're going to take Wiley off his lead, and we're going to see how far he's progressed. Before, he would run to a corner of the yard here and he would hunker down. So now I want to see what kind of interaction he has with us and how he's dealing better with the yard. He's probably going to have to go to the bathroom, and which is good because we've been monitoring him to see how his UTI is working out. And it looks like so far it's pretty good. What we're looking for is a steady stream.
Very good.
And so far it's gotten better, and as you can see, he's pretty happy. Like Mary said, when he first came, we put him out in this yard. He retreated to one of the corners of the yard here, and he completely shut down. Now he comes out more confident. He's actually going behind on the dogs and smelling them and seeing what they've left behind. That's like a registry for every dog. Every time a dog leaves a urine mark, that it tells them everything about themselves. So he goes over and sniffs that, and he determines whether or not these dogs are worth hanging out with or not. So he's doing real well. His recall is doing better. Come on, boy. He's doing much better. He's still looking for a way out. If you notice, he's walking around the perimeter of the yard and everything. I call that case in the joint. He's looking for a way out. If Wiley had a chance to run, he would run in a heartbeat. After being with us at Casita for about at least 2 weeks, his trust level will really elevate, and he'll be more than happy to stay around us, not looking for a way out, because we're going to let him be himself for a while. I'm going to build a big trust factor with him. We're going to make sure that he understands that I'm not expecting anything from him,
Wiley.
and he's going to be able to be himself. And of course, we're going to find the right match for him.
That's a good boy. You weren't doing that before.
He does seem to do better with women.
You weren't doing that before, were you? You weren't.
A very affectionate dog.
You weren't doing that. That's a big boy, huh? That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
So what do you think, Mary? He's progressed?
Oh, I think he has made, so far, like a 50% turnaround, and the other 50% you'll bring through. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't look you in the eye. He is snuggling and he's rubbing up against Ralph, which he's showing affection. His mouth is wide open in that smile again. He's just a happy, happy boy. He's a happy boy. All he did the last time he was in here was run into the corners and just try to get out. Now he's actually seeking us out, which is a very big first step.
Yeah, he has progressed. Like Mary said, at least 50% he's changed. He's become more aware of us, and that we're not trying to hurt him. We're not trying to take anything from him. We're not expecting anything from him. I'm just letting him be himself. We've built a great rapport, the three of us now. He's not trying to get away from us. Before, he wouldn't even stand next to us. Now there's everything going on over here. It's not affecting him whatsoever. This is a beautiful, beautiful dog. This guy would have never made it out of here. We want to thank ValuePetSupplies.com. They've stepped up. They've done a wonderful thing and saved another life. You know, be more active, interactive like they are. You know, make a difference. And this is what happens. This is a great thing. It's a great day for a while. It's like being born again for him. Today's his birthday, and we're going to see it through. And he's going to have many, many, many more. So we want to thank ValuePetSupplies.com. We want to thank the Peach family. We want to thank all the workers at the warehouse. They're all part of this. If it wasn't for them, this wouldn't be possible. We've reunited numerous dogs at the shelter. Thank God to microchipping. This is Rafael Cabrera with Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is my rescued American Bulldog, Big Lug. Thanks to our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, Lug and I are able to save dogs at our shelter. Every purchase you make at ValuePetSupplies.com helps in saving these beautiful dogs from being destroyed. Follow us on Casita Big Dog Rescue YouTube channel. Buy from our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, and you could be part of saving these majestic animals. Save a life, adopt a rescued pet. Right, Big Lug? Valuable bully sticks. This is one of the fine products you can find on ValuePetSupplies.com. As you can see, Wolf loves them. Healthy, natural dog chew treats made of free-range beef, chemical-free, healthy, safe, great for teeth and gums. Valuable bully sticks. They do come in different shapes and sizes. Order as much as you want or as little as you want. So one of the fine products you can find on ValuePetSupplies.com. Go to our sponsor, help them help us. Thank you very much. Valuable bully sticks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get that belly. I'm gonna get it, doggy. I'm gonna get you. What? Get that tail. Get that tail.
Well, I tell you, his tail was way between his legs, and he showed no interest in what was going on outside of this noise and all the barking that you hear. He was very, very frightened of it. Now, if you notice, his tail is just straight down. He's not extremely happy, but he's not afraid. He's just relaxed now. That's a sign of he's semi-relaxed and he's just observing, which he didn't do before.
What we're going to be doing right now, we're going to be giving our friend Wiley a heartworm test. In the state of Florida, mosquitoes are very prevalent, so a lot of dogs do wind up heartworm positive. And if he does turn out to be heartworm positive, we're going to still take him anyway because this is a life worth saving. And we have one of our kennel techs here. His name is Jeremy. And I've known Jeremy now for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And when he first came, he really, this was all brand new to him. And Jeremy has progressed to be one of the best assessment guys here. He does really, really well with all the dogs. I trust him 100%. I come frequently and he'll ask me for my help. And he's like a sponge. He wants to learn. And this is what I look for. He's a bright young man. They're very lucky to have him here at Citrus County Animal Services. They need more people like Jeremy. He's dedicated, hard worker, overworked, underpaid, but a great, great guy. So he's going to help me right now. Well, he's going to do the heartworm test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assist Jeremy. I'm going to hold off on his arm so Jeremy can find the vein. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw about 3 ounces of blood, probably even less, 3 millimeter out of the blood. And not 3 ounces, that's a lot of blood. 3 millimeters worth of blood. And then he's going to put in a tester, and we'll show you the process. And this is what's done in every animal shelter across the state of Florida. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab his left paw. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to take and just squeeze off a little bit. I'm going to hold his head. And that makes the vein pop up on his arm. Watch your face. And he's just going to give him a slight prick. And this is how wonderful Wiley is, that he allowed him to draw all that blood. And as you can see, no harm done. Jeremy is a professional. Very easy peasy. Okay, so right now, this is the test of what we're going to be using. This is the solution that we use in combination with the blood. We're going to use 4 drops of this. Well, Jeremy's going to be using 4 drops of this, which is already put inside the vial here. And then Jeremy's going to take 3 drops of Wiley's blood, and he's going to put it in there. And again, this is all part of the process. Then what Jeremy's going to do, he's going to take that, he's going to close it, he's going to shake it, and then he's going to pour it into this. So this is a standard tester for heartworm. And he just pours that right directly in there. And that's an absorbent pad that's in there. So that will be absorbed completely into this mechanism. And you can see it's starting to take place already. And that's going to just absorb all the blood in there. And then when that is all the way up to here, that's when Jeremy will press down on that. It will give a snapping sound, and then it will start the process of determining whether or not Wiley has heartworms or not. So we're all going to keep our paws crossed and hope that he does not have heartworm. And again, being in the state of Florida, it's very common that dogs do suffer from heartworm. A lot of people leave their dogs tied up outside. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a big proponent of that. There are so many mosquitoes here. Even people, they can also get diseases from them. You can get encephalitis. Horses can get sick. So it's very, very important that you do take the proper precautions to make sure that this doesn't happen to your pet. And again, you can come down, they do a shot clinic at the shelter and everything. You can come down here, have your dog tested, you can go to your vet. So now this has been snapped down, and the timer is set for how long, Jeremy?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Now we wait 10 minutes, the alarm will go off, and at that point, it will determine whether or not our friend is heartworm positive. Also, what we're going to be doing here today is we're going to be microchipping Wiley. Microchipping Wiley is a radio wave device. It's about the size of a grain of salt, a grain of rice. This is one of the devices used. It's a needle that goes inside there. It does not hurt the dog. They might cry out a little bit. There might be a little bleeding, but it really doesn't affect them. You do have to be certified to do this. You have to take a test and everything, so it's not for everyone to do. There are a lot of backyard breeders, and there are a lot of some groups that go right ahead and they decide to do it without any kind of formal education, and that can be very detrimental to a dog. One false move, you could paralyze a dog for life, especially a puppy, a kitten. So it's highly important that you know what you're doing before anybody decides to do anything like that. Always make sure it's done by a professional and somebody that has credentials to prove that they are a professional. So the microchipping, again, I said it's a radio wave. It's about the size of a grain of rice. It goes in between the shoulder blades of a dog. And then there's the device which scans the dog. It's called a scanner. And this device is placed over the dog's back, by his shoulder blades and everything, and sometimes all over the dog's body because they do travel. And then when the item is detected, this will give a number that is registered to that dog. So if someone finds your dog, if it does get lost, they can take it to a vet. They can here we go. This is what it does. I'm going to take this. I wave it across that, it beep, and that's going to be the number. That's going to be Wiley's number. That way, if he does get lost, you can take your dog, you can take him to a vet if somebody finds him, to a vet, to any shelter, anyone that has availability to one of these scanners. And what they'll do is they'll take that number and they'll put it into a program into the computer, and all his information will come up, his owner's address, the owner's name, and that way they can get in touch with him and he could be reunited with his home. We've reunited numerous dogs at the shelter, thank God to microchipping. So, the results are in. Survey says negative. So this is a great day. This is wonderful. It's good news. I mean, like I said, we were going to take him whether he was heartworm positive or not. But that one dot right there is significant. That shows that he is heartworm negative. If there was 3 dots on there, correct, Jeremy?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, that would show that he is heartworm positive and at different degrees of it. With me, they either have it or they don't. We treat them the same. So it's good news for him. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to the microchipping. This is the tool that Jeremy uses. And what Jeremy's going to do, I'm going to hold Wiley's head while Jeremy implements this in between his shoulder blades. Come. Good boy. Now I'm just going to massage his ears and speak really good to him because he's a good boy. What a baby boy. What a good chuggy booger. What a good boy. Look at that. And that's microchipping a dog. Jeremy took his time. He didn't even realize it.
Scan, make sure it went in.
He scanned them. There's his number. It's a good day for him. Heartworm negative. He's microchipped. If he gets away, we can always find them. So again, sometimes you'll find little traces of blood in between here. Jeremy is a professional. No blood. No whining. No barking. He didn't turn to try to bite. His tail's wagging. It's just affection to him. So that's the difference between having a professional do it and having someone that does not quite know what they're doing. Always make sure you go to a professional, someone who's qualified. Wiley, he's officially our dog. We will be picking him up on Thursday. And at that time, you'll see how his progression does into casita. You want to keep your dog busy, you want to keep him occupied, we highly recommend Kong. It's a product made in USA. They come in various sizes, they're durable. If they do swallow them, they break up in small particles, they're able to pass through their system. They make for a great pacifier. You can load them with a treat, put in your dog's crate, it'll keep them busy for hours. This is one of the fine products that you can find on ValuePetSupplies.com. So go to our website, help us save a life. Kong. This is Rafael Cabrera with Casita Big Dog Rescue, and this is my rescued American Bulldog, Big Lug. Thanks to our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, Lug and I are able to save dogs at our shelter. Every purchase you make at ValuePetSupplies.com helps in saving these beautiful dogs from being destroyed. Follow us on Casita Big Dog Rescue YouTube channel. Buy from our sponsor, ValuePetSupplies.com, and you could be part of saving these majestic animals. Save a life, adopt a rescued pet. Right, Big Lug? This is one of the animals that they have here at Citrus County Animal Services. When I say they have to take every animal, they have to take every animal. This is an Arabian. He is a mare. He's not gilded. He's simply beautiful. Him and Wiley have struck up a little bit of a friendship. He's been helping me help Wiley overcome some of his fears. This horse is truly beautiful. If at any time I was to become a horse whisperer, this is the guy that I would have definitely started with. I love him. He's built a good rapport with me. He's trusting. He doesn't trust a lot of people that come up to him. He's allowed me to do a lot of things to him he doesn't allow a lot of people to do. So him and Wiley, come see your friend. They go nose to nose sometimes. Yeah, go see him. Yeah, he wants to see you. Come on. There you go. And this is the rapport that these two guys have built. And they've just been great. Wiley's a little skittish, but this is all the process of part of getting this guy acclimated to all different types of situations. So this is a dog that truly needs saving. We can't wait to get him back to our facility to see what he's truly like with the rest of our pack. He's a great, great individual. We, I can't emphasize enough how many good quality dogs there are here at Citrus County Animal Shelter and shelters throughout the country. You want to make a difference, this is what you can do. You can get down here, you can save a life of a dog, a cat, a beautiful horse like this. This horse was left abandoned. It was found running down one of the highways here. The animal control officer had to come and bring this guy in. Every time they deal with something like that, they put themselves at risk. So we want to give big kudos out to Citrus County Animal Control officers. They do a wonderful job. Without them, we'd be in dire straits, believe me. People give them a bad rap. We always want to make sure that they are shown in the most positive light possible because they do a very heroic job. It's a job that's not appreciated and very much misunderstood. So every time you see these people, they're coming to help you, not hurt you. Please work with them. Don't work against them. They work in conjunction with the Citrus County Sheriff's Department. So give them the respect that they truly deserve. So that's basically it with our friend Wiley. Mary, you remember this guy? With how
Yes.
he was just, he wouldn't come out of his kennel.
Yes.
And like I said, Mary and I, we helped this girl, Nina. So what are some of the similarities that you saw with this guy and Nina?
Nina retreated to the corner of the yard, and this guy did the same thing. Nina made no eye contact and didn't try to get involved with us on any level. After about 15 or 20 minutes of Ralph working with Nina, she started to come around. Wiley was left in the yard while Ralph was assessing another dog, and he first made eye contact with me, but it took a while because he was in shutdown mode. Slowly, little by little, he started to come around. And that is true miracle because this guy was terrified. He was completely terrified. Now look at him now. Look how happy he is. That's a smile out there. See that smile? He's smiling. Wiley, look at the camera. Look, show everybody how happy
He's busy
you are.
looking at everybody else
looking
running around.
So that was a true miracle. He came out of his shell in about 15, 20 minutes of Ralph working with him. He was a different dog. So that just shows the patience and love and understanding what the difference makes.
So, continue watching. Get down to your local shelter. Mary refers to me as Ralph. That's my other name. My given name is Rafael, but a lot of the people here do know me as Ralph, so you will hear me called Ralph periodically during the course of our shows. Again, come down, make a difference. Come down, volunteer, offer some assistance in any form that you can. They're always looking for people to help. They're always understaffed, undermanned down here. There's so much to be done. There's so many lives to be saved. Make a difference, do something.
Volunteer.
Volunteer. Come down, walk dogs, feed dogs, help clean some of the kennels. There's a million things that could be done in behalf of these guys. So if you don't just talk about doing something, go do something. Look at this is the type of life you can save. Now you're going to continue to watch, and you're going to see the progression of Wiley. Wiley. You're going to see him go from a timid dog to a great dog, and we're going to follow us, placing him into a home, just like Nina. just like every other dog that's come before them. They can all be fixed. It just takes the right persons. Remember, pause. Patience always wins. Remember to spay and neuter. Get over here. I'm gonna get you. Get that tail. Get that tail. Get that tail. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get that belly. Get that belly. What?